Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn with Mighty Max. This video is specially uploaded for the students who wish to clear CS Executive exams in June 2023 attempt. Previously, we had uploaded a practical timetable video for December 2022 exams and got a lots of positive reviews and mails. In this video, we are going to see a similar practical timetable for June 2023 CS Executive exams with daily targets and weekly tests. Now, let us discuss about the subjects first. Totally, we have 8 subjects in CS Executive stage, in which 3 are practical and sum based papers and 5 are law and theory based papers. We also have theory parts in some papers like Part 2 in Financial and Strategic Management. The 3 practical papers are Tax Laws, Corporate and Management Accounting, and Financial and Strategic Management. The 5 law and theory based papers are JIGL, Company Law, SBEC, Securities Laws and Capital Markets, and Economic, Business and Commercial Laws. All these 8 papers consist of 155 chapters totally. In JIGL, we have 17 chapters. In CL, we have 22 chapters. In SBEC, we have 21 chapters. In Tax Laws, we have 17 chapters. In CMA, we have 22 chapters. In SLCM, we have 16 chapters. In EBCL, we have 24 chapters. And in FSM, we have 16 chapters. Totally 155 chapters. As per this timetable, we are taking 200 days for preparation, which includes revision, writing practices, and weekly tests. I am dividing the 8 papers into 3 batches, in which one batch contains one sum-based paper and the rest will be theory and law-based papers. The first batch contains Company Law, Corporate and Management Accounting, and SBEC. The second batch contains EBCL, Tax Laws, and SLCM. And the third batch contains JIGL and FSM. You can see that all these 3 batches contains one practical paper and the remaining all are law-based papers. I didn't make the combination of subjects in all these 3 batches based on the subject orders 1, 2, 3. First JIGL, second Company Law, third SBEC, not like that, but I had made it on the basis of the content and difficulty level of these subjects. When you study all the 3 sum-based papers continuously, the chance of getting confusions among the sums are high. So I just placed all these 3 practical papers, that is sum papers, separately in 3 batches. I had placed Company Law in first batch because we need to know some basic provisions of the company law to understand some concepts in other subjects. Then I had included SBEC in the first batch because it includes some basic concepts in its part A that we should know before studying other subjects. The first batch contains 66 chapters totally. We will be studying 1 to 1.5 chapter a day. Some chapters will be around 10 to 12 pages and some will be around 100 to 120 pages. For example, Chapter 3 of SBEC was divided into 2 parts of 70 to 75 pages. The first part is charter documents of the company and the second part is alteration of charter documents. Whereas the first chapter of SBEC is only around 11 pages and the concepts are very simple compared to the third chapter of SBEC. So the daily study plan is made on the basis of the content, difficulty level, importance of concepts, marks weightage, and practical sums. And I wish to suggest you to give a quick study of any chapter on that day which you have planned to study by the next day, because in our CS textbook you will see a lot of new words and legal terms. When you go for web search, each and every time when you find those words, it will be difficult for you to study and it will affect the flow of your study. Mobile phones usually diverts many of us. So give a quick study, underline and write the meaning of the new and complicated terms by previous day itself, then go for a thorough study. This quick study will also help you to grasp the concept of the chapter before going into the thorough study. So then you know what you are going to study the next day. And In this timetable, I had allotted huge and important chapters for Saturdays, and for every Sunday, I had allotted small chapters with the test, and also by every Sunday, you will have revision session for the chapters which you had studied for the entire week. Make sure you are taking handwritten notes which will help you to have quick revision before the date of exam. Write down sections, formulas and formats of sums in separate sheet which you can recall whenever you get free time. After completion of each batch, you will have 3 days for revision of those 3 subjects which you had studied in the batch under this timetable. Let me tell you the points once again before seeing the daily timetable. First, study the chapter roughly and write down meaning of unknown words. Second, take handwritten notes. Third, write down formulas, sections and formats in a separate sheet. Here is the timetable. Starting with the first batch, which includes company law, corporate and management accounting and SBEC. Take a screenshot of this, or else if you need it in PDF format, mail us to learnwithmightymax@gmail.com. We will send you the timetable PDF for sure. Make sure you are subscribing to our channel for more such useful videos. Here you will be studying 2 chapters of company law, 2 chapters of CMA and 2 chapters of SBEC in the first week. You will complete company law, CMA and SBEC in 9 to 10 weeks, which comprises of 66 chapters totally under this timetable. Then by second week, you will study 3 chapters of company law, 1 chapter of CMA and 1 chapter of SBEC. Totally 5 chapters for this week. By the end of this week, you will have revision and a test of those 5 chapters. Then in the third week, you will be studying 3 chapters in company law, 3 in CMA and 3 in SBEC. Thereby the third week consists of 9 chapters with revision and test. In the fourth week, you will be studying 8 chapters totally in company law, CMA and SBEC. For the fifth week, you will be studying 8 chapters totally. In this week, give some importance to the 13th chapter of company law, that is Introduction to MCA and Filing in XBRL. In the fifth week, you will start studying part 2 of CMA. Then in the sixth week, you will be studying 7 chapters. In the 7th week, you will have 8 chapters. And for the 8th week, you will have around 7 chapters. Finally, in the 9th week, you will study 8 chapters, and with this, company law, corporate and management accounting and SBEC is over. After completion of all these 66 chapters, allot 3 days for revision of these 3 subjects, that is in the 10th week. Then we are moving to batch 2 of this timetable, which contains tax laws, securities laws in the capital markets and economic, business and commercial laws. In this batch, you will be studying 57 chapters in 8 weeks. SLCM 16 chapters, tax laws 17 chapters and EBCL 24 chapters. Here, I would like to tell you few things. Give more importance to the Competition Act in EBCL, which comprises of 25 marks in exam. This one chapter covers 25 marks in the examination. Then GST will be an easy scoring part in tax law, so give more importance to GST. Then in SLCM, the part 2 covers 30 marks in examination, which includes only 2 chapters. In the 10th week, you will be studying 2 chapters in tax laws, 1 in SLCM and 3 in EBCL. Then in the 11th week, you will be studying 6 chapters totally, but you won't have the revision and test session on this Sunday, but you will have it by Monday because I have allotted 4th chapter of tax laws, that is computation of income under various heads, for this Saturday and Sunday, which is a huge and important chapter. So I have allotted it for leave days, that is Saturday and Sunday. In the next week, that is in the 12th week, you will be studying 9 chapters with the revision and test of the chapters which you had studied in the 11th week. In the 13th week, you will have around 6 chapters. In this Saturday, you will be studying an important lesson, that is Competition Act in EBCL. As I said, it comprises of 25 marks totally. Then, like 11th week, you will not have the revision and the test session by the weekend in the 14th week. You will have 9 chapters for this week. Then for the 15th week, you will have 7 chapters. In this week, you will study GST, time, value and place of the taxable supply, which is an important chapter. As I said, GST is an easy scoring part in tax laws. Give more focus on this. Then for the 16th week, you will study 6 chapters. In this week, you will see the structure of capital market lesson in SLCM. As I said, part 2 of SLCM comprises of 30 marks. Studied well. Then for the 17th week, you will study 6 chapters totally. Within 17th week, you will be covering all the chapters in tax laws, EBCL and SLCM. Then in the 18th week, you will have 3 days of revision of these 3 subjects, and in this week, you will enter into 3rd batch, which includes JIGL and FSM. In the 18th week, with revision of tax laws, SLCM and EBCL, you will be studying 3 chapters totally in JIGL and FSM. Then in the 19th week, you will be studying 9 chapters. In the 20th week, you will study 3 chapters each in JIGL and FSM. I had also included some days for revision of formulas and the sections of corporate and management accounting, tax laws and the company law in this batch. In the 21st week, you will study around 5 chapters in FSM and JIGL with the tax laws revision. Then in the 22nd week, we will be studying 9 chapters, and for 23rd week, you will have 1 chapter and all the chapters of JIGL and FSM are completed. You will have a revision of FSM and JIGL for 2 days. Now, you saw the study part of this 200 days timetable. This study and revision part covers 157 days. Let me take it as 160 days. Usually, everyone will have unavoidable works and events. For that, I had allotted 3 days more. Now, as per our timetable, we have 40 more days. Then, in this 40 days, allocate 10 days for exam revisions. Then, for the first 30 days, practice sample questions from scanners and practice previous year question papers. Give full revision of all the subjects. Take 2 days to revise 1 subject completely, totally 16 days for 18 subjects. Practice scanners and previous year question papers for the remaining days. Remember, writing practice is very important. Refer how the questions are asked in OMR based papers. See some suggested guideline answers of ICSI. You will come to know the expectation of ICSI from students. Don't forget to refer supplementary while studying the modules for current updates. Refer barracks for needs, and finally practice, practice and practice. Compare your self-test answers with ICSI guidelines answer. It will help you to improvise your answering methods as well. Always stick to the ICSI material because a lot of direct questions were asked from the ICSI modules. If you want this timetable worksheet and PDF, mail us to learnwithmightymax@gmail.com. We will send you ASAP. Hope this 200 days effective and practical timetable will be useful for you. Share it with your CS mates and subscribe to our channel for more such videos like this. Learn with Mighty Max.